Hey guys, Tony back again, Orange Todge. Hope you're all well. Bit of a different video for me today, guys. So as you know, I'm a big physical media collector. I love my physical media and all the different boutique labels and stuff. Horror and cult is my jam, as you know. So I thought today I'd take a look at VOD, so videos on demand. So your stuff like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Shudder, and I've got Sky Q too. So all four of them formats. I thought I'll take you through what horror films are on them, and we'll skip through. We won't look through every horror film because I bet on all those formats altogether there'll probably be over 1,000 films. But I thought if we look through, and we can see what you get for your money and stuff. So I think probably Netflix and my Amazon Prime and my Shudder altogether is probably £15 a month or just over. And then I won't say how much my Sky is because that's in with a package for sports and just everything. So I thought a bit of a different one. We will look through. It'll be quite a long video, guys. So grab a drink if you want to see what you get. And I know people are against VOD and stuff like that, Netflix and all that, but I think it's got a place here. And someone who hasn't got much space to collect, I think it's a really good idea to get these platforms. Amazon Prime, Shudder is a really good one for horror. Anyone who's into horror like I am, these are really good platforms. Loads of choice, loads of different genres. I just think it's really good. So yeah, we'll have a look, guys. I'll take you through what's on each platform, and we'll have a good scan. So I hope you like the video, and let's get straight on with it. Right, guys, so first up is my Sky Q box. Let's see what horror films are on here. So as you can see, you've got a pretty simple design. Go on to Sky Cinema, then we'll pull across. We won't go through all the films, like I say, it's just horror. So if we go to genres, we'll pull across and we'll go to horror, and we'll have a look what we got on here. So we'll have some classics, we'll have some newer films, some lower budget films, So these are obviously the newer ones. Spontaneous, I've never seen that. Rent a Power, you got a classic there. Gremlins, that was really good. Apartment 1BR. Gremlins 2 there. You got another classic, The Birds. Classic American Werewolf in London. That's a pretty new one. Kindred, haven't watched that one yet. Really enjoyed The Shed. That was rubbish. The Sinners. Winchester, I think I've seen that, I can't remember. Benny Loves You is like a comedy. You got a Dracula there, Bram Stoker's Dracula from '92. Sea Fever was not too bad. Doctor Sleep I really enjoyed. An Insidious film there. Don't know what New Mutants is doing in the horror. Stephen King's Pet Sematary there. You got The Exorcist. You got Pet Sematary 2. Really cool newer film, Uncle Peckerhead. Really enjoyed that. You got The New Grudge, Invisible Man. Another classic in The Shining there, obviously. Johnny Depp and Sleepy Hollow. Like I say, I'll just run through what we've got. Final Wish, I haven't watched that one yet. The Hunt, really enjoyed. Antebellum was okay. I haven't watched that shark movie yet. Great White, was quite good. The Wretched, that was quite good. Haven't seen, like I say, a lot of these. Candyman, obviously a classic. The Lighthouse will be a modern day classic. It's a great film. Robert Englund and William Dafoe do a great job in that one. I enjoyed Daniel Isn't Real. Cabin Fever's a great film. Underwater was a good film. You got Blade 2 there. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Come to Daddy was a decent film with Elijah Wood. You got Van Helsing there. Remake of Black Christmas was awful. That was quite good. Little Monsters. It's like a New Zealand sort of comedy. I'm sure it was. Zombie film. That's a really good sci-fi horror film. If you haven't seen it, Event Horizon, guys. With Lawrence Fishburne and Sam Neill. Great film. Headhunter was a really good sort of low-budget horror movie about this guy trying to fight monsters. Really good. I haven't watched that. Alien, obviously, is a classic. You know that. Let It Snow, I haven't watched that one. Behind You. Omen 4 there. Can't remember that one. Alien 3. Darling, not too bad. A few Resident Evil films. You got Alien Resurrection there, guys, too. Another classic in the Devil's Rejects. Hostel, Urban Legend, Killer Instinct, The Omen, I think that's the remake. Yes, it is 2006. And You Should Have Left. So that's all the ones on Sky, guys. So I don't know how many is there, probably 100, just over or just under. So quite a good array of films. Not the greatest, but you know, if you haven't got a big physical media collection like me and a lot of others on here, I think it's a good way to start. So I've got Sky, so I can watch any of these films whenever I like, which is good. Like I say, I've watched a lot of them, but not all of them, because of my physical media collection. When I watch it, I generally grab one off the shelf, but they're here if I want them, and it's a decent platform. So that's Sky, guys. Let's get on to the other one. So next up, guys, we're on Netflix, having a look through the horror films. So obviously on Netflix, you've got like horror films, you've got horror TV shows like American Horror Story, Haunting of Hill House, loads of foreign stuff as well. So there's loads to go through there. I'm just going to look through films today. So let's have a look what we got, guys. So here's the horror film section here. We've got Sweeney Todd with Johnny Depp. We've got Fear Street, which is a new sort of, you know, Netflix 3-part film, which was quite good. The Conjuring, a classic. That's a Netflix film run. I haven't watched that. There's another Fear Street. The Purge, Anarchy, Crawl, really good film. Insidious. The Boy, Split, brilliant film. I love that. Shyamalan film. The Purge again. Midsummer, classic. I love it. Oz, great film. The Nun, not too bad. Before Awake, haven't watched that. Haven't watched Ma. Things Heard and Seen. I really want to watch this. I think it looks quite interesting. Hereditary's a classic. Sinister's a really good scary movie. Pet Sematary, the new one. You got Candyman on here as well as The Sky. Eli, that was alright, not too bad. Crimson Peak, really good film. I See You was a brilliant film. Deliverers from the Devil, the remake of Friday the 13th. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. The Silence. Hush, good film. Stoneheart Asylum. Curse of Chucky. Cedar Chucky. House at the End of the Street. Drag Me to Hell was a good film. Red Dragon there. Anthony Hopkins. The Babysitter. The Reef, another shark film. Army of the Dead wasn't the greatest, but it was alright. House of the Witch, sorry. The Babysitter, Killer Queen, haven't watched that. Haven't watched Don't Listen. The Descent's a great film. The Visit's a great film. Scary Movie 2 is a funny time. Zombieland is a funny time too. Hostel, they've got that, the same as Sky. Van Helsing, I think Sky had that one too. Prom Night, the remake, horrible. Snakes on a Plane's a decent enough film. Another Underworld there. We've got Polaroid, Mercy Black, The Other Side of the Door, The Strangers, great film. Blackwater Abyss is a good tense creature feature. The Hitcher there, that's the remake. The Seventh Day, haven't watched that. A Classic Horror Story, haven't watched that one. Brightburn, I really enjoyed that. A different take on a Superman sort of, you know. Kingdom, Ashen of the North, I don't know what that is. Alive is like a Train to Busan sort of spin-off, you know, a take on it anyway. The Blair Witch Project classic. Curve, haven't watched that. Our House, don't think I've watched that one. Tremors, another classic. Death Note is like a, is it the Japanese one? I think it might be the remake, I can't remember, but not a bad film. The Final Girls, Resident Evil, Veronica is a good sort of, I think it's Spanish horror film. Hostel Part 3, horrible. Krampus, good one for Christmas. Exorcist, the beginning. You got Saw 3 there, guys. Little Evil. And then you're back to the beginning. So again, probably about, I don't know how many is there, 60, 70 horror films there. Then you've got lots of, like I say, lots of your sort of, you can go into sci-fi movies, so there might be a few horror films in there. Then all your TV shows, there'll be about 50 horror TV shows. So quite a lot on Netflix, guys. This is the UK, remember, so It might be different if you're in different parts of the world, but I just thought I'd show you what's on the UK stuff and what we've got. So not the greatest around Netflix, but some decent enough films. So let's get on to the other platforms. So next up, guys, is Amazon Prime, and there is quite an array of horror films on Amazon Prime. It's going to have more than Netflix and Sky put together. I think there's loads. There's, you know, an absolute array of the sort of foreign movies you've got TV programs on there, you've got, you know, the films that come out straight to supermarkets, so the $7.99 sort of DVD films, loads of those low budget films on there. I've watched quite a lot of them, so we'll go through the best I can. I don't know if I'm going to get through all of them because there's probably hundreds, but here we go. Look, so this is including with Amazon Prime horror movies. Shadow in the Cloud, haven't watched that. Obviously Annabelle Comes Home, Scent Maud, The Parish, Cold Moon. Like I say, a lot of these will be Haunting of Hollow Creek, Chromewood, Curse of La Llorona. I don't know what that is, probably a foreign film. Paranormal Activity, Taking of Deborah Logan there. You got Final Destination film, The Wailing, Insidious 3, Bone Tomahawk's great film. That's the Borderlands is one of the best, in my opinion, best found footage films. Evil Dead, I love that. The reimagining or remake, Exorcist of Karen Walker. And like I say, a lot of these movies are sort of those straight to video films, you know. So you sometimes find a gem, sometimes they're horrible. Hagazos are there. So you've got Arrow Video films here, free on Amazon Prime. After Midnight's an Arrow Video. Haunted Hotel, The Changeling's a great film with George C. Scott. The Beyond, obviously a Fulci classic there. So lots of Amazon Prime. Slumber, Suspiria, Argento classic. I Trap the Devil. Don't know what all these are. We'll just flick through some of them. House on the Haunted Hill there. Probably the Vincent Price one, yeah, 1959. Ninth Configuration, English Haunting. I watched that the other week. That was okay. Extra, an 80s classic. Constantine there with Keanu Reeves. The remake of Suspiria 2. First, The Wolfman. Haunted House of Horrors. Like I say, some of these will be horrible. Harpoon, I like that. That was a good film. Colour Out of Space, Nick Cage, great film. Woman in Black 2, The Woman, Broil, Jeepers Creepers there. Hostile, The Babadook, great film. The Boar, that's a good Australian film. 31 there, Rob Zombie. Death of a Vlogger, that was rubbish. Boy 2, Death Ship there, that was a decent 80s film. So there's loads here, guys. Room 237 is sort of an interview with the cast of The Shining and stuff. A Sphinx, A Little Girl Who Lives Down the Lane, The Innkeepers, The Haunting of M.R. James. See what I mean? Some of these will be not very good. VHS. So you got 9 Dead, What We Do in the Shadows there, The Turning, All Hallows Eve. Sorry about the dog barking, guys. The Cave there, Echoes of Fear. So we've got loads. Unfriended, The Canal is an Irish film. Insidious there, Haunt is a good film. Conjuring the Devil, Goodnight, Mummy. Like I say, there's hundreds on here. One of the Robert films, there's loads of those. Unholy, Let Me In, Evil Things, Scanners there, David Cronenberg, Train to Busan Peninsula, Sick Boy, one of the Amityville, It's About Time. Entity and Sominoid there. That's an 80s film or 70s film. When a Stranger Calls is a classic. Clown was decent. Reanimator. Absolutely tons of stuff. So if you're looking to get one, I would say Amazon Prime. Chud. So I've got all these. So Open Grave there. The Haunting of Molly Baskin. Who the hell's that? I Spit on Your Grave. Late Phases is a werewolf film. Scarecrows there. The Houses of Halloween, or the House of October Built as it's called in the US. Mom, the Woman in Black, Demonic, Land of the Dead, In the Trap, Escape Room. Like I say, there is hundreds. Inbred, that was a decent film. We have Child Eater, I don't know what half of these are. Luz, that's a recent film I think. Hooked Up, Eden Lodge, All Hallows Eve there. I think All Hallows Eve back, what I said before, was part 2. Contamination, I think that's an 80s film from our video. Terror Train there, Jamie Lee Curtis, I'm Not a Serial Killer. Amityville Asylum. Rights to Spring. So as you can see, there is loads here, guys. The Door. So some of these won't be very good. Beyond the Gates was okay. So I haven't watched all these guys, it'd be impossible. Sorority Row, that's like a remake. The Haunting of Alcatraz, that'll be straight to DVD sort of film. The Drownsman, The Children. I can go on and on and on. There's a Danny Dyer film there, Bloodshot, I haven't watched that one. Devil's Rock, Jacob's Ladder. Killer Sofa was a funny film. Doll's House, American Wealth in Paris. The Task was okay. Stitches was good. Jack the Ripper film there. The Cleansing, Cannibal Troll, Devil's Island. I can go on forever, guys, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But as you can see, there is absolutely hundreds on Amazon Prime. So let's get on to the next, my last, platform. So guys, my last platform, I bought this channel through Amazon Prime. I think it was about £2.99 a month, and it's Shudder. So this is, I think it's all over the world, but this one's obviously the UK Shudder. And like I say, it was £2.99 a month, and I think there's something like 470 horror films and different shows, documentaries, all sorts on horror. So I can't go through them all, but I'll show you a gist of what you get. So obviously you got Lake Mungo there. We'll just skip down. The Amusement Park is a new one from Carpenter. Terrified was a good Argentinian film. Then you got your classics. You got Dawn of the Dead Day. You got Basket Case, Chainsaw Massacre. Satan's Slave, I think, is a Severin release. You got Cursed Films, so you got these Shudder originals, which are quite good. I think Cursed Films is one of them. Caveat is one of them, which was really good. The Wind was a decent film. The Relic, really enjoyed that. The Power was a good film. I really enjoyed that English film. Got some classics here as well. Dead and Buried, great film. Host is another Shudder original, which was brilliant. Lords of Salem there too. Rob Zombie. These are really good. In the Search of Darkness too. So they're about 4.5 hours, 4 hours of just guys like, Tom Savini and that, talking about effects from 80s horror movies. It's really good. Really do like that. You got a Hellraiser movie there. You got Blair Witch 2. A House of a Thousand Corpses. The Innkeepers. There's In Search of Darkness again. That's part 1. It's another 4-hour one. Demons 2 there. The Ring. Classic. Some our video stuff there. Seasons of the Witch. Baskin was really good. You got Psycho Gorman. That's one of the recent ones. Butcher Baker, Nightmare Maker. We have Necromantic there. Mortuary Collection, It Follows, great film, I love it. Old Dark House there. Plague Town, I think that's another Severin release. Apartment 143, Perfect Getaway. Ellie Roth's History of Horrors, that'll be a documentary of Eli Roth. Demons there, Blood on Satan's Claw. Some classics, Hellraiser. Troll Hunter is really good if you haven't seen that. Funeral Home. Where, I think that's like a German werewolf film or something like that. Lovely Molly, sorry, that was quite a decent film. Mirror, Bride of Reanimator, there's a classic. Night of the Demons, Super Dark Time's a really good film. The Lair of the White Worm's a weird one. Basket Case 2, The Ring 2. So VHS there. Witch in the Window was a really good low budget film. Green Inferno, Eli Roth, I really like it. Possum's a great film with Sean Harris there. Audition's a good film. Society, classic. So you got loads here. Summer of '84 was a decent film. You got Heathers there. Death Ship, obviously I did talk about that. Some of them might be the same guys. American Wealth in London there. City of the Living Dead, Fulci, obviously a classic. Rogue, another creature feature. We have Revenge, that's a really good film. Elvira there, Mistress of the Dark. So you like say you got the Arrow Video stuff, Donnie Darko. You can actually get an Arrow Video channel, but Army of Frankenstein's Army, Terrifier is a great film. Le Grand Buffet, that's a French film. Devil's Door there. Wolf Creek, good film. Field Guide to Evil was like an anthology, that was quite good. Terror Train there, I've mentioned that before. Bloody Birthday was really good. So if you're on the fence, guys, we'll just flick through these as I'm talking. Witchfinder General, Vincent Price. So I know a lot of people like us who have got YouTube channels and stuff are big, you know, physical media collectors, and we don't like to sort of promote this stuff, but I think it's a really good way to go. Edge of the Axe, Tenebrae, classic. It's a really good way to go if you want to just delve into your horror and, you know, a monthly subscription and see what you're into and stuff, because there's a lot, like I say, if you get all these guys, what I've got here, you've probably got access to at least 1,000. Look, Slugs here, Jugface. So you can just look through what you want, and it'd take you, I don't know, House by the Cemetery. It'd take you bloody years to get through all these. So you could just have a fest of horror, really, and just have your VOD accounts, so video on demand accounts. So Sky, like I've got Amazon Prime, Netflix, and Shudder. So those four there will probably cost you, I don't know, Sky. Let's take Sky out of it, because that cost me quite a lot because I get it for the sport and stuff. So if you just want like Amazon Prime in the UK, remember, Amazon Prime, Netflix, and Shudder, you're probably talking, I don't know, £15 a month. You'd probably be able to get it. But as you can see here, there's lots of stuff. Lots of Arrow Video stuff. Lots of Death by Temptation. There's a good film. But as you can see, House of the Devil. I can go on and on and on and on. But there is absolutely tons. So hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I just thought it's just a little bit of a look of what we get here in the UK. And, you know, just what's out there. Madman Mars there's a good film. Loads of slashers, loads of haunting films, you know, just absolute array of different horrors and horror documentaries and horror TV shows. So there's loads there, guys. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I just thought it's a bit of a different one for me, just showing you what's on video demand in the UK. So yeah, get in the comments, guys. Tell me if you've got any of these platforms, what you think of the films on them, if you like them, if you hate it. But yeah, I just thought it'd be a good discussion video. So hope you liked it, guys. I've been Tony, and I will catch you all for the next video. Thanks a lot for watching.